Three of them live now. Lord love a duck. Close this one. In the proper place, but where's my video? Oh my god, there it is. Oh my god, now I gotta open another one and shut the others. Hi Coralie. I gotta close the other. I got another 3 that are going live. Just sit tight. I'm not gonna lose ya. There's like 6 or 7 people in the other ones. In the proper place, but where's my video? Oh my god, there it is. Here's one that's gotta be deleted. Now I gotta open another one and shut the others. Hi Coralie. I gotta close the other. I got another 3 that are going live. Just sit tight. I'm not gonna lose ya. There's like 6 or 7 people in Hi, the other Lashay, you found me. Good. Where's my video? I got my video back. I'm just getting rid of the other ones. There's like 3 or 4 of them all running live. So. Shut the others. Hi, Coralie. I gotta close the other. I got another 3 that are going live. Just sit tight. I'm not gonna lose ya. There's like 6 or 7 people in Hi, Lashay, you found me. Good. Where's my video? I got my video back. I'm just getting rid of the other ones. There's like 3 or 4 of them all running live. So. Shut the others. Hi, Coralie. I gotta close together. I got another 3 that are going Good, I still got my window. Oh, there's 2. Hi, Lashay, you found me. Good. There's like 6 or 7 people. Hi, Lashay, you found me. Good. I got my video back. I'm just getting rid of the other ones. There's like 3 or 4 of them all running live. So. Shut the others. Just wait and see if they're going to shut up now. Hi, Coralie. I'm going to have to. Good, I still got my window. Oh, there's 2. Hi, Lashay, you found me. Good. There's like 6 or 7 people. Hi, Lashay, you found me. Good. I got my video. Over and over. I'll fix the sound in a minute, guys. I gotta make sure I have just the one. Now. I'm gonna have to. Still got my window. Bye bye. Now it should just stop the one. I'll fix the sound in a minute, guys. I gotta make sure I have just the one. Oh, that just keeps playing over and over. I'm gonna shut it up. Mute. Shut the hell up. My God. Yeah, basically like a freaking hour again to get in. Everything's running super slow. That doesn't help. There. I don't know why I bother with that, but okay, everybody, we're back. We're here. Finally, we are here. I'm very sorry about the holdup. Where are my glasses? Oh, there they are. How dirty are they? Clean them all day long, over and over. Yeah, somebody's going to ask these questions. I want to put this up once and only once. Just something else to slow us all down. These are not free readings. You have to make a donation to PayPal. It won't matter where you are in the world. And if you're in Canada, use the banking e-transfer system, please. You make a donation, you get to ask a question. Tarot answers that question for you. Where are my links? There they are. Something else to have open to slow everything down. There. I need the universe to love me tonight. I don't think that's what's happening, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that's not what's happening, and this is a drag. Is what it is. My live chat won't work in my stream. I have to be right out on YouTube, I guess. So, thank you, Lashay. I need that too. I need some loving and patience, and oh my God. Well, let's get a smudge up. As soon as I clean my glasses off here a bit. Let's get a smudge. I really need the smudge. I need it. I need it. I need it. Little candle I had going. My candles. We had a big power outage here Tuesday night. Power down for 6 hours from 8 p.m. until 2 a.m. That was another frustration. I mean, 8 o'clock is too early to go to bed, but it's dark at 8 now. Like, you just don't know what to do with yourself. Totally lost without modern conveniences, you know. Come on, baby. Just light for me. Don't give me a hard time. Light for me. Light for me. Light, 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 light. I go through more lighters. Come on, hon. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Burn. There we go. All right. I need this badly. Clear my head. Clear my head. Clear my heart. Clear my gut. Lighten the intuition. And let's get our cards cleansed. Everything needs to be cleansed here. I can't even pick my cards up. Jesus. Excuse me. Our oracle cards as well. They've been entertaining lately. It's the only way to give them a good cleaning. It's hard to keep a good smudge up. These, I always say they roll these too tight. They really do. There's no oxygen. There's no air in between the sticks, which makes it really hard to get them to burn and stay burning. Okay, now you guys. I wish we had smell-o-vision. It does smell nice. It just makes me feel better. Feel myself calming down. My wireless needs a good dose of cleaning too. Yes, sir. There we go. Oh, have we got a question already? I'm up for that. Believe you me, to take and carry me away. Oh no, come on now. Yes. And who do we have up first this evening? Everybody hold on. Mary Jane. Oh my God, Mary Jane. Oh my God. Oh my God. I know you tell me to say nothing. Mary Jane gave a very, very extreme, on the extreme end of a donation. Lashay, not Lashay. Mary Jane, question, or do you just want another general? Sometimes she has good questions, and other times it's just the general. So, whenever you're ready, Mary Jane. Oh, she says, I'm back. I've been sitting here talking to you. I've been sitting here talking to you, Mary Jane. Everything's running super slow. We're lucky to even be on here. What was your question, Mary Jane? I see you sent in for a question. Thank you so much for your extremely generous donation here. What would you like to know? What would you like to ask? Don't ask for a general card. Come up with a question. Okay, good. What does the universe need me to know about over the next few days? Ah, hey, if we had to go by the bottom card, look. This is what was naturally on the bottom. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. This is for Mary Jane, and she's asking, what does the universe, what do you want, universe? What do you want Mary Jane to know? What do you want, Spirit? What do you want from Mary Jane to know for the next few days? What's going on for the next few days for Mary Jane? For Mary Jane, for Mary Jane, for Mary Jane. What does the universe, what spirit is it that Mary Jane needs to know about over the next few days that are coming to her? Please and thank you. Okay, I'm going to make this the last roll here. And then I'm going to cut the deck. So I'm starting to feel better now that I'm getting into the reading. A lot better. Oh! What's after? There's a bit of turmoil going on for you. Give me something else to go on. Give me something else to go on. Beautiful. Okay. All right, the very first card I pulled for you is not one of my favorite cards. I don't like them at all because you know why? To be truthful, there's too many people that are like this. It's a stupid page of swords. It's a stupid page of swords, Mary Jane. Watch yourself around some people that are in your life, or they're close by to you, or people you may interact with. I don't know what he wants. I don't ever do this with this card, but something's making me push. What does he want? What's he trying to acquire? What's he trying to do? He's trouble. This guy has charm, very charming. He has a great sense of humor. He's very clever. He's sharp-witted, the whole bit. If you're not sure who this person is, one day giveaways, they love being in the spotlight. There's a group of people gathered. They like being the center of everything. They thrive on that attention. This will give you an idea. Maybe you know somebody like this. I hope so. This card. Oh, boy. Where he's of the sword family as well. There's a lot of head games going on, you might say. Let me see. They would probably be 32, 33, or younger. If they're not, if they're a little older than that, then it's somebody that you would describe as young at heart. Okay? But the thing is, this person has a secret agenda. This could take the form of gossip or slander. Something being said about you that's not favorable. Although this page often appears witty and very charming, he thrives on attention and is self-interested and underhanded. This can be male or female, by the way. No gender assigned here. This card can also show a legal matter or a complaint. The advice, and this is the best you can do, and this is enough. And that's for you to be precise in all your verbal and written communications. You want to make sure at 150% that you cannot be misunderstood by what you say or what you're writing. Clear as mud, as the saying goes. Clear as mud. That's what you need to do. You need to be super clear so nobody can misconstrue. So somebody like him can't twist your words and making it into something else. They will try that. They will try that. Maybe that could be it. That could be it. It could be it, Mary Jane. I think this is going to make a pass-through appearance. You know what I mean? A pass-through appearance. This isn't somebody that's going to be up your backside all the time, every day, day in, day out. It's not going to go that way at all. They either won't be around or they'll learn real quick. If they're sincere about the job, then they need some straightening out to do. They're questioning whether they can take you seriously or not. Where the hell's that coming from? Can we take her seriously? They think they've got a big ego, fat head. They think they're actually smarter than you are. They actually think that. So you don't have to prove anything to this person, male or female. As I said, no gender. You don't have to prove anything. Nobody has to prove anything. Everything gets proven and apparent and clear by somebody's actions, which are your actions. That's what's going on here. You just don't get into dialogue. Don't get into dialogue with him or her. All right? Don't do that. Show them what needs to be done, what you expect from them, what expectations are within the job. And then you go about your business. Your actions and your work will speak for itself. You don't have to convince anybody of anything. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because it almost makes you look like you're going on the defensive. And if they make you defensive, that's a feather in their hat. What's she so defensive for? You don't say a word. You don't have to explain yourself to an employee at all, ever, kind of thing. So, you be on point. You just go through your motion. I don't know. I see the circle going around, and I don't know if you guys can hear me when it's doing that. The stupid circle, like it's reconnecting and refreshing or something. Be very sharp. Be very clear. If you want this person to do something, you tell them, here's what I want you to do right now. Show me what it is I just asked you to do. Get them to go through the motions of what you just explained so that you know that you're on the same wavelength and they understand what you're saying. And maybe you'll even feel a bit of optimism that maybe they will follow through and this will be okay after all. All right? Don't let yourself get misunderstood is the biggest message here over the next few days. Be clear as mud, as the saying goes. Keywords, complaints, bitchiness, backchat, cutting words, politicking, legal issues, paperwork. These are just some. Complaint, there could be a complaint. I'm hearing very little paperwork to contend with over the next few days. Okay, thank you, Catherine. I pulled more than one card for you. Why wouldn't I with the donation you made? It was huge. And the next card that I got, she's a beauty. We don't see her enough. It's the angel of the ocean. It's the angel of the ocean. It is a dang internet. I could think of better words, so more colorful, stronger. You got she is the angel of the ocean. She is all about healing. She is the healer of the ocean. She's also an incredible manager, a negotiator. That's what this shows. It shows good negotiation skills. Great, yeah. And sometimes you have to, Mary Jane, soothe the tempest of demands to keep the peace. You need to soothe a crowd, soothe a few people. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. It's going to be all right, right? In order to get through some of this, you may need the patience of a saint or an angel. Here we go. You've got support that's unseen, but not unfelt. Put it that way. You have support here. The angel of the ocean is asking you to look to your spiritual side, to see the lessons that your situation offers you. Rather than become overwhelmed by others' emotions or stressed out by their complaints or their needs. You the boss, you don't want to step up on top, you can't lower yourself. You can say, I can relate to that, how you're feeling, what you're thinking, what you're saying. I can relate to that. But, and you've always got to keep your cool. You've got to keep it together all the time. Another meaning for this card here, Mary Jane, is healing from past trauma, balancing your mind and your body, or balancing your finances, so that budgeting and financial planning may take priority now. Also, the angel of the ocean could be a sign of angelic guidance for you. You just need to accept and to know that your angels are here to protect you. This might be a few demanding days or one demanding day out of 3, but the angels are with you through it all. You're not alone. You'll keep your cool. You keep your shoulders back straight. You'll keep your head up. You won't succumb to public pressure of any kind within the workplace. Here's the advice. You may need to work a little bit of magic now to reconcile opposites. Be very patient and compassionate, and you will be successful in whatever you're attempting to do. You got to keep your cool. We got that with the first card. You got to keep your cool. Not saying that you don't. Tarot's saying, make sure you keep your cool. Keep your ego up. Keep your pride about yourself. That'll help carry you through any moments that might be moments. That's a little different. There's a challenge. How am I going to pull this one off? How am I going to fix this? You will. You will. You just need to stay cool and calm. The keywords are balance, reconciliation, fixing things that are wrong, making them right again, having patience. You're going to need a lot of that. Going with the flow, being aware of the flow, having compassion, not only for others, but for yourself as well. Finances and angels, the last word on this card here. That is, yeah. There's something you can feel it coming in the wind. That's your intuition telling you to brace yourself, right? That's what that is. It's telling you to brace yourself, how to brace yourself. I see you, I see people here, but I see you over here, up here. That's what I see. Right up here. So, I'm not done. I got one more card here. See the gossip one, the Page of Swords, over and done within a day. You're not gonna pour your energy into that. They'll either listen to you or they won't, and they'll be gone. Just that simple. It's simple, not personal. It's business. And then you got this one saying, try to have compassion for yourself first and then for others. Keep your cool so that you stay in control. Don't let anybody upend that on you, no matter what they do, no matter what they say. Keep your cool at all times. And I like the last card because it's a 7, and 7s represent possibilities. All right? And that's like a double whammy. That is a singular message, meaning and prompt on this card is possibility. So, you're trying to discern. This is probably day 3 or 4 down the road here. You're trying to discern. You've got some things on the go right now, but which one do you focus on right off? Throw all your focus on. That's something you need to examine. At this point, you're even running with barely any facts to help you make decisions. Just a raft of impressions, and you need to, in other words, you're imagining this, imagining that. You got to be careful when you do that, all right, when you're imagining things. Danger falls in falling for a fantasy. Trying to figure out what's real. You might find yourself idealizing a situation because it fires your imagination. It's like, can you imagine this? Oh, wow. That's what they mean by firing your imagination. You got to be careful. And the word idealizing, that has to come out of your vocabulary because there's really, you can pick an ideal rose, other things like that. Ideal moments, they're perfect, right? But in this case, it doesn't fit. So don't be idealizing things. Stick with the real. You may be awash with ideas at this time as well. Additional meaning is dreams and visions. Do you hear that? You got to listen and pay attention to that. The advice, rather than rush toward one option, you just need to stand back a while to wait to see what's going to manifest. So you got several things on the go at once, or hopefully on your way to having several things. And Tarot and Spirit are saying, don't jump right into things. Stand back. if you have a little bit of time on your side, that little luxury called time. But if you've got a bit where you can stand back and watch things and watch people without interfering, you're just an observer at this point, so that your intuition will speak to you and tell you which way to go and what it is you're going to do, how you're going to handle something, what direction you're going, who are you going to do this with, anybody or just your. It's a smorgasbord of, I'm saying, all these different creative ideas that you can have, different avenues and directions to go. You can get overwhelmed, but don't look for perfect. Just look for what's going to work for you and work for where you're at. Keywords are fantasy and confusion. See, fantasy will lead you there to confusion, because at some point you have to turn around and face the reality. And oh my God, the fantasy doesn't look anything like the reality. Now what do I do? Don't go there in the first place. You're going to have, yes, definitely choices, but you're wanting to dip into your dreams and your imagination. You're wanting to create a vision. All of it's run by passion. Passion is your ruling motivator here. If nothing else, it is your ruling motivator. You do have the time, and you take advantage of that, Mary Jane. You take advantage of that. So, you love the sevens too? Yeah. Huh. Yeah. You guys are funny. Oh my goodness. But these are the cards. Like, you know, whoever this is, they're just small potatoes. They're not going to take any first place front and center for you in your life. You know, they're just a bit of a ruffle, you might say, but they won't be ruffling for long. They'll either play by the rules or they'll be gone. And this one just tells me everything's going to be just fine. And you're going to be saying, who? They're going to be gone. Who? Kind of a thing. Not a problem anymore. They were a bit of a concern for the first minute or two. But you're pretty cool. You're pretty together. You hold it together. You're an inspiration as well. And you're usually very well liked. This person was just an oddball that came in. Just an oddball. Don't worry about them, because it's all going to be okay, because you got a lot of metaphysical, universal support here with the angels and everything else. You're not walking alone. Can tell you that. And this card comes up. That's normally what it points to. And then you've got this one where anything is possible. Anything. But keep it real. Keep it real. That's your weak side. Keep it real. We could all float off into fantasy land and idealize a situation, a person, a thing, a place. But the thing is, no. You're going to be staying and keeping it real for the next few days here. Work days, that would be. I'm also hearing you getting feedback, not spoken directly to you, but about you. And it's all positive. It's other people that are around in the situation, and they're speaking very positive of you, highly of you. And you walk away with an inner smile, pretending you don't know, and go, okay, I'm cool. This kind of a thing. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? I think I have another one here. Let's see. Thank you so much, Mary Jane. Thank you. Catherine Vincent, you are up next, my dear. You are up next. Oh my God. Oh God, good vibes. Oh my goodness. You guys are blowing me away. You really are. That is Catherine. Catherine. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Holy moly. Oh no, Mary Jane, even when you don't, you just kind of hang out. I've told you this before. You're a real pleasure to have in the group at any given time. And you usually got me laughing and cracking up. Look where I'm at right now compared to where I was, 15, 20 minutes ago. Wasn't good. Oh my goodness. But Catherine, you must have a question. What is it you want to know? Everybody's got questions about lots of stuff. Well, if the uni isn't, you and Catherine are, that's for sure. Oh my goodness. Oh, I was just talking away to the universe and spirit, whoever was listening earlier. And I was sitting there, I'm like, I've been gone too long. I've got to get back on. It's been too many days. And I really need to do this to pull. I'm going through something and I don't know what it is. I don't know what's wrong with me. It seems to be more mental that stretches into emotional. I have, when I'm not talking to people or interacting, if I'm just on my own, I'll even pick the dog up, talk to him to try to pull myself out of it. And it's a feeling of feeling very sullen, very serious, almost like a grief, but not a grief. I'm just so, and I don't want to do anything. I'm losing my luster. I'm talking to the universe going, come on, move in and take over. I'm inviting you to. I can't be, I've never felt like this in my life. Even when my husband died, I didn't feel like this. This is horrible. I'm not crying and stuff. I don't really feel anything. I don't feel to do anything. Gorgeous day out here. We had the big tail end of the hurricane there on Tuesday night. Like I said, power outage, horrible weather, tons of wind and rain, and we had a transponder up on the electric pole. A tree fell on it. Boom. It went kaboom. It lit my whole area up like it was daylight. The next day, Wednesday, it cleared. Today, it was up in the 20s Celsius, Canadian Celsius system for weather. And it was up in the 20s and the sun was shining. And I had to make myself take my dog out. And then I'd sit down there for a bit and watch him play around and do his things. And then I was just like, I can't do this. We went back in the house. Gorgeous day, and I went and laid down. I just laid on top of my bed. And the dog was with me. I played with him on the bed, you know. He's the only reason why I even get up in the morning for the last 3 weeks. He's the only reason I get up in the morning at all. It's awful. And I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know, So, no, it isn't. It's not, Mary Jane. It's a good question, a good thing for your head to go there, but there's nothing like that. But I don't know if I'm absorbing too much of what's going on in the world around me or what, because there's one thing that really bothered me and made it worse. We have a lot of ferries. We have a ferry system in this province. Cross rivers all the time. Eric actually worked for the government of New Brunswick, and he worked the ferry system. He was actually shop steward for 5 of those big ferries. He took care of the men and women on it. And plus he worked on the ferries as well. There's an area called Belle Isle. When the ferry got a load, was taking them across the river, they didn't say in the details that this certain truck was in front. It had to have been for it to happen. It took them 2 days to find them. For some reason, there were 2 men. We didn't even know that for a few days. In this truck, all of a sudden, the driver, He hit the gas pedal. He floored it. They were first in line. The ramp must have not been up all the way. I don't know what the story is, but they shot off and down they went. And it took divers 2 days to find them. That's how deep the water is there. A lot of canyons and stuff like that underwater. And they found them with the 2 men inside. I said, that's like a murder-suicide almost. At the same time, my neighbor, who when he's around, he's always working in his shop, so you hear, skill saws going and banging going and music going, and you hear him hollering over the music to other people. He's very active, very whatever, and he's been gone. Right about the time the truck went under, he disappeared. He doesn't go anywhere. He doesn't do anything. He works. He's a workaholic. Finally, I called his number. I said, I can't get through to him. There's no answer. And we didn't know at that time who the 2 people were that were in that truck. We had no idea. So your imagination tends to run quite quickly. And we were like, what if it was him? Oh my God, and somebody else. And I was just all this week, I'm going, no, he can't be dead. He can't be Mark. It can't be Mark. It can't be Mark. Life will never be the same. Called, no, I left a message. We're worried about you. Where are you? We always know when you're around, Mark, because of the racket. And I'm used to your racket. Please call me if you get this message soon as you can. Let us know you're okay. And then he finally called today. And at first I was like, who's this? I answered the phone. Anyways, he was off in another city. They've been doing clam digging up there because down here the bed's been closed for a little bit. That kind of thing. So, good. Yeah. So, Catherine Vincent, you need a card pulled, do you, Lashay? No problem, my dear. Oh, I can imagine, Lashay. You don't live a quiet, boring life, do you? I wanted to go to the beach today. I was to the beach. What day was it? Tuesday morning, I was down at the beach. And then we had the hurricane come in after that. So the weather's been wonky. And today, it was just too hot. It was too hot for me. Because I took a bad diabetic crash, blood sugar crash. And the heat was part of the problem. So I don't even sit out in the sun very long at all. So, okay, I'm doing my teacher training in Kingston, Catherine says. Going to be done in a year. I've been talking to a guy in Nunavut. Yay! If you can believe it. And I'm wondering about that. Oh, Nunavut. How exciting. How challenging. How interesting. And how badly needed I'm sure you are. All right, let's read it aloud again. I am doing my teacher training in Kingston. I'm going to be done in a year. I've been talking to a guy in Nunavut, if you can believe it, and I'm wondering about that. You're 32. He's amazing. You might move there. If you move there, you'll be working there. You want to work with Indigenous populations. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Oh, well, thank you, Jeannie, and welcome. You're down in Maine. You're just down the coast from me a little bit. We're almost neighbors. You're almost neighbors. Okay, this is for Catherine Vincent. Is she going to be moving to Nunavut? Is she going to be working with Indigenous children? Is there a new love awaiting her in Nunavut? That's wonderful. There's an ex-boyfriend of mine from years and years and years ago. He was a city police officer, probably the best one. Everybody loved him. Everybody. He'd stop and if he seen somebody sitting on a bench hungry, he'd go to the nearest fast food and buy a meal and say, "Here, you want this?" This sort of a thing. He was craving for pizza one day, and all he wanted was the one piece, and he bought a 12-inch. Of all things, should have bought a 9, but he got a 12. And he's sitting in his car, and he's seen this guy coming down the street, walking his dog on a rope, and he just looked like he was in need. And he got out of the car and took the pizza and walked over to the guy. He says, "You hungry?" Guy goes, "What do you mean?" And he opened it. He said, "I got almost a whole pizza here. I only have one piece and I can't eat the rest, and I don't want to throw it away." The guy was like, "Sure." He was loved by everybody. Everybody. He's the type that, well, my son's a medic, and they both went to the same call one night. The ambulance and the police. And there was a guy that fell off his deck, and he was loaded drunk, and he cut his face all up. My son worked on him and stuff, but before he did, it was pouring down rain, and he was all full of mud and grass and stuff from falling. And my friend, the cop, he bent down. He said, "Are you okay to get up?" My son told me this. He said, "I witnessed it." He said, "I've never seen a cop act like that before. Ever. They're never nice to drunks." This guy was loaded. And he said, "Come on." He says, "Get up if you can stand. Can you walk? Oh, I'll help you get inside your house so the medics can look at you." Just an amazing. And anyways, none of it was the whole topic. I don't know where he's at, if he's still there right now, but he went last year. Probably as patrol. Retired cop and all. So, at least that's what I would imagine he was doing. What's going on for Catherine? Is she going to be going to Nunavut? Is she going to be teaching Indigenous children's school, working with them side by side? And is there new love waiting for her? I'm going to cut them right here, Catherine. I'm going to cut them right here, my dear. There we go. Oh my God. Hallelujah. Oh my God. The last frontier. Look at the card you got. It's good right across the board. You got the Ace of Pentacles. Isn't this fantastic? Just fantastic. Believe it or not, Chris M., he was a Leo. A Leo. So, Catherine. Oh my God, Catherine, this is fantastic. What else have we got? No, we don't want that one. I'm going to cut the deck. I just want to see. Cut it again. That's beautiful. I want another, please. Give me another card for Catherine. Make it 3. This came up twice. Now I got to take it, and I didn't want to take it. But it could mean something else. Are you kidding me? Come on. Okay, first card was the Ace of Pentacles. Just the best of the best of the best, Catherine. So, let me see here. Chris M. Oh, for heaven's sakes. But look at this. This is beautiful. The other card that you got, it came up twice. It tried to get away, and when I cut a second time, it was there again. I don't like this card, but what it shows to me is that you're leaving some things behind in your life. It's a sense of abandonment. You feel partly like maybe you're abandoning something or someone. It's not you being abandoned. It's you doing the abandonment, the abandoning. The other card that we pulled is a beautiful card. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, and this is intense gratitude. Everything's going so well here. Your gratitude's over the top, and it's intense, and you're feeling strongly moved by it all. Yes, you can, Catherine Howard. Yes. Yes, you can. You can leave it in the notes. So, this is a big yes, okay? This is a yes. The ace being a card of new beginnings, right? We all know that. And all the good stuff to fall. My God. Oh my goodness sakes. I love pulling good cards for people. My favorite suit of Pentacle. I think it's a favorite of a lot of people. It's such a great suit. So the first thing off the Ace of Pentacles, Catherine, is that money's coming to you. You're going to be receiving probably a gift or somebody gifting you, rewarding you almost. And you're going to be seeing an opportunity to generate more income through brand new work or personal projects. In relationships, this ace shows stability. That's a good thing for you. That's a really good thing for you. Another meaning of the card, get this, hold on. Another meaning of this card is moving to a new home. Overall, the Ace of Pentacles reveals a very happy, a very stable, and a very successful time for you. The advice, maximize your good fortune. Make your money work for you. You deserve this. It's time to make a wise financial decision. You may look to invest in something. Keywords are beginnings and finances, new job, success, property, security, and creativity. And yes, love comes into the picture. This card sees you being extremely content and extremely fulfilled. Fulfillment and contentment doesn't say so on the card, but it's coming through for you. This is coming through for you. Wow. This is beautiful. And then we got the Nine of Pentacles, like, is just, gosh. It's a great card again. We've got another great card here. So, with the 9, and like I said, 9s represent intensity, over the top, extreme and intense. With this card, now is the time to treat yourself to some leisure and some luxury. Furnishing your home, indulging in your favorite things, or maybe just spending time on yourself. Because you're going to be feeling rich in both time and in money. You love your home. You may find yourself decorating, redecorating, rearranging. Invite others to share your relaxed, comfortable space. So maybe this is going to be your new place. Devote time and money to your interests and your home. You can be the center of your world and appreciate all the good things in life just now. Keywords are luxury, leisure, relaxation, home, abundance, independence, and generosity. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Just with your doggo and plants, yeah. And like I say, this, it shows you, this is where you're leaving things behind. You're leaving your life behind when you start this new one. I can see that right off the get. It's common sense. That's what it is. It's common sense. It's the only bad pentacle, you might, if you want to call it that, in the whole thing, because it represents abandonment. This appears to be a sad card, but not all is lost. Because this 5 often reveals, sometimes for you, a fear of poverty and isolation, rather than what the reality can be. I don't think you do. I don't think you think that way at all. You've got a lot of support. Sometimes maybe you look in the wrong places, but you're human. That's okay. Or even the wrong people. That's okay. Go beyond your usual networks. You're going to find the help and the comfort that you need. what I'm feeling, this will be when you're making that transition. You're looking for to do it comfortably, not with people getting upset or getting angry, but you need this to be a smooth transition. That's what you're aiming for. That's what you're hoping for. When you leave to go to none of it, you know what I mean. Um, you're going to be finding the help and the comfort that you do need. And there will be people on the other end of your destination that are going to be there to help you settle in. You're not going to be alone. You won't be left on your own. Great support system. They're going to give you the help and the comfort that you need. Keywords, isolation. That sure fits none of it, does it not? Big time. A little bit of fear of the unknown, but you're willing to take a risk. So that's what it is. It's going from point A to point B. And when you leave point A, it feels as though you're leaving a big chunk of something behind. You're leaving the way you were living. You're leaving your life behind. It's still you and your life, but you're starting new. And this is fantastic for you. And that Ace of Pentacles seals it all. What a great, it's wonderful. This is going to be quite the adventure for you. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Opening your heart's very important. I love these sweaters. My dear, you're going to need more than sweaters. All right? The person that you're talking to can direct you on what you should do before you go there, what you should do. He may say, get yourself this kind of a jacket or snowsuit or whatever, and make sure it's this brand or that brand because you can't buy it up here. He may say things like you can't get that here. Here's some things you need before you come, things that you're going to have to bring with you. Sweaters is putting it mildly. Very mild. Come on now. You live in Canada, right? You think a sweater is going to get you through a Canadian winter? No. It's going to be the same there. You're Canadian. You're hardy. You're tough. You can take it. You know? The light changes from day, the 24-hour darkness and the 24-hour daytime. You'll adjust to that after a while. You will make an adjustment. But you know why nothing's really going to upset or bother you or scare you off? Because you're sincere in wanting to help and work with Indigenous children. That's why. You leave that forefront and center. That's your passion. That's what's leading you. You put everything into that, and the rest just falls to the wayside. Anything else is easy peasy. Okay, your challenges are with the children. Yeah. Yes. But talk to your friend, your Chris friend, Chris M. Talk to him, okay? About just say, have fun with this. I want to have fun with this. I want to know what are some things that I have to bring with me when the time does come for me to move. It's where your heart lives. It's a calling for you, is what it is. And heck, if you get love on the other side of that, on top of everything else, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful card. Both of them were. Those two good ones are fantastic. The other one, it just shows a little bit of what would be considered an expected human behavior to leave one place to go so far, far away and so different. What an adventure. You look at it all as an adventure and be grateful for it at the same time. Put your gratitude up. It's going to be wonderful for you. I'm envious. I'm really envious. I know people that have been there before. So, and some people really love it. They love being with the different there are different nationalities, different. They don't think they call. I don't know if they call them tribes or not. Hard to say. I mean, every community that's standoffish by itself like that, they've got their issues and they've got their problems, with the people. I think the biggest challenge for you, it will be something you can't learn ahead of time, and it's going to be interacting with the children and their parents and their family. That's something you have to play by ear every time. So, parents may be more of a problem than the children are sometimes. And seeing to it that, did the children eat today before they came to school? If they didn't, I'm sure they've got things in place for that. All kinds of stuff. Yes. So it's just amazing. I'm so happy for you. It's going to work out really well. It's going to work out. Will you be there forever? Who the hell knows? But you could do a long stint there, a long one. So we've got somebody else. Yes. And who is this now? Okay, Catherine Howard. Catherine Howard, what's your question? Catherine Howard. At the very least, try to stay friends with that Chris guy. He's your first contact, so, try to remain on open, friendly basis no matter what happens, So you're so lucky to know him. That's what I'm feeling, the luck you have knowing this person. You're so lucky to have it. Hi, Catherine Howard. And what is your question? I haven't forgotten about you, Lashay. I'm going to get to you. Okay, we'll get you after we do Catherine Howard. Is what we'll do, Lashay. I'll get you next. So what's your question, Catherine? Are we going to break up here in the near future? My goodness, I hope not, if that's not what you want. We hope for whatever it is that you want, Catherine. Catherine Howard is asking, are we going to be breaking up here in the near future? Catherine's relationship. You're welcome, Catherine. Okay, I seen you last night, yeah. This is for Catherine Howard. She's asking, are we going to break up in the future here? In the near future? Can we get a straight out yes or no, please? Bring that forward for Catherine Howard. Are we going to be breaking up here in the near future? This is Catherine's question. All right, this is going to be the last roll through, and I'm gonna cut the deck. There's the roll through. Okay. I'm gonna cut the deck. Are we going to be breaking up here in the near future? Oh. A choice is going to be more up to you than it is the other person. You got the Two of Swords. You're at a crossroads. That's what's going on here. You are at a crossroads. It's going to be your choice. And you got to take one. These, okay, it's all a metaphor with the swords. They're in a battle. The thing is, neither can win because their power is equal. Everything about them is equal. They are perfectly balanced. So you're considering your options. What options do I have? You're going to be the one that makes it or breaks it. But if you could make it, you'd want to make it. So I kind of take that word back a little bit. But if anyone's going to break it, it's going to be you. You've got this weighing on your mind a lot here, Catherine, too. It being swords. Tarot is, being explicit in that way. saying that you've got a lot of stuff on your mind. You think it's karmic? That's interesting. That is interesting. You're always on the fence. Well, this is going to make or break your fence. Put it that way. You are at a true crossroads. There's a decision that you have to make. Finally make it. The two crossed swords signify tension and indecision. You're locked in conflict. Neither side can win because their power appears to be equal. The situation may or may not be of your own making. Your perspective is blocked, or there's an obvious clue that you're just not seeing. The advice, look again. Take another look. It's like anything. You're focused in visually on something. After a while, you go blind. You almost suffer from a blindness because it's over-focus, this sort of a thing. You just need to take a break, get away, refocus on something else for a little bit. When you come back, the difference could be that you see a little clue that you didn't see before. This clue is going to be what makes you go to the left or go to the right. And there's no wrong choice here, really. You have to make a choice, a decision on what works best for you. What is the best fit for you? Imagine your life without your partner. What has life been like with them? What will life be like without them? And stay on feet on the ground, stay real, and ask yourself. But if you've been having problems over the last year and you've been sitting on the fence, it's not so good. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in that position to begin with. You wouldn't be here asking this question if it was good. You're the one that's got to make the decision, though. That's the thing. That is the thing. Yeah. Here's the thing, too. So says tarot. This situation may or may not even be of your own making, but your perspective is blocked. And there is an obvious clue that you're just not seeing first time round, but you will. Something that'll make the break easier, smoother, quieter, without drama, without blow-ups, and this sort of a thing. Boy, oh boy, what is that? The advice here is for you to take that break, go back, look again, take a fresh approach to it. Any action or decision is better than none at all. So you need to make a choice. This is a wonderful opportunity for a breakthrough in your thinking as well. Keywords are doubt, uncertainty, stalemate, indecision, being stuck, disconnection, and blocks. Bear with me a moment. I'm just trying to see. There's some serious trouble here between you. It's obvious. You wouldn't be here, like I said. You wouldn't be asking this question. I already know what your answer is going to be. I'm not going to tell you, though. I already know what you're going to do. I know what you're going to do. Put it this way, you're not afraid to start over. A little afraid of the unknown and what's yet to come, but you're not afraid in the moment to start over if you have to allow something to go. Let it go. And you need to stick by your decision. You need to stand by it. You can't be wishy-washy, going back and forth. Don't do that, or you'll never be taken seriously. And the other person will just come and go as they feel. They figure you're going to take them back every time anyway. So you can't do that. Ask the universe. Sit down and have a long talk with the universe some night when you're all alone. And open yourself up and allow your emotions to come through. Like when you're thinking about things, you're sitting there thinking, you feel your heart race a little faster. you feel yourself flushing. Do the same when you're speaking to the universe. Emotions rule the world. They run everything. So that's all you have to do is just be open and ask to be led. Ask for help. Don't use the words need or want. Just say, bring me the help that's going to help me get through this situation. Give me the insight. Touch me in a way so I know what I'm doing. So, yeah, you can't be wishy-washy, though. This decision, this time round for you, Catherine, has to be the final straw. This is the end of a very mixed up, messed up story, and there's an ending. It's coming to an end. It won't last forever. It's coming to an end for you. So, it's not normal to have such challenging relationships of this sort. You know, a lover, they're not supposed to be that challenging. They're not supposed to be that demanding. And you know, it's obvious. It's obvious what you need to do. If you know, you guys have been this way for a year, and it's just the same old, all year long. It'll be the same old next year in 21. Life is too short. Free them by freeing yourself. Good. That's really, really good. That is wonderful. Good for you. But take your time. Don't rush straight in. Don't go running right into it. Do you know what I'm saying? So, okay. Lashay, you're next, my dear. Good luck, Catherine. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Ask the universe to look out for you. Lashay. You're welcome. You're more than welcome. I wish you the best of the best of the best. Lashay, what's your question? Lashay's got a lot of stuff on her plate. She really does. There she is. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I'm listening. I'm reading. You shouldn't even have to be going through this stuff, Lashay. You shouldn't have to be dealing with this. Home minding your own business. Trouble comes banging on your door, more or less. Yes, I remember you telling me that. I remember that. It's funny someone told him that you were his soulmate, but no one told you. The other way. Funny about that, eh? You shouldn't have to deal with any of this stuff when it comes to him. It should be long gone, over with a long, long, long time ago. You know, gosh. Okay, go ahead. I'll try to not cough too much. Come on. Sorry, I'm just trying to load up Facebook and everything's running super slow. I have to ask I call her my driver friend for a run to the store in the morning, I hope. There we go. It being Friday tomorrow, Lord knows if I can. Come on. She's probably in bed anyways this time of the night. Okay. Anywho, this Monday he decided to dump in my lap that he was molested at age 10 by a cousin. And after, she contacted me over the weekend saying she trapped him on purpose with her baby. Mary Jane. Wow. Is the baby his? So what? He's behaving like, oh, the whole world is against me. I've had a horrible life. Life has been horrible for me. Feel sorry for me. He revealed he was severely depressed and feeling suicidal. So you can tell me if I should just leave him be to deal with his own demons alone? Yep. I don't even need to shuffle a card for that. He's desperate. He's going to do whatever. He's going to play on your sensitive side, your emotions, this sort of a thing. What should Lashay do here? Should she just release him, let him sink or swim on his own, or should she be there to support him? Oh my. Aw. Oh my. Poor children. Lashay, here's a question for you. In all honesty, everything pushed to the side here and leave it open and raw. Why do you think he wants back with you so badly? Why does he want back with you so badly? Whiny butt. He's trying to play on her compassion, her sympathies. Painting Maria. Oh. What's going on here with Lashay? Should she be supportive of her ex? Should she be believing everything that he's been telling her? And you're not a professional psychologist or anything like that. For people like him, the prize in the Cracker Jack box. Wow. Yeah, she is stable. Very stable. Okay. Should Lashay be supportive of her ex and what he claims that he's going through? Or should she just let him sink or swim? What's it going to be? What should Lashay be doing here in this situation? We already know what you should be doing. There's so much help for people out there that are like him, if everything he's telling you is the truth. What do we got? Queen of Wands. This is you, Lashay. Queen of Passion. You're practicing psychotherapist, okay. You wouldn't be an objective psychotherapist, though. You can't be, because this is a personal relationship. About as personal of a relationship that you've probably ever had outside of your children. It's your ex. Right? You had a family with him. There's nobody else that gets closer to you than that. That involved, that invested. And he was not a good husband to you. It's that simple. He just was not. So, and I'm sure you know professionally that you can't. That's like a doctor treating his own family, the doctors don't treat their own families in that way. Another doctor comes in, and that doctor will look at the other doctor as just, a family member, not a doctor in that situation. You're a family member, emotionally involved, kind of a thing. Yeah, it would be unethical almost for you to have full out, up and on the up and up, full blown appointments with him, kind of a thing. He has to go to somebody else that's totally unconnected to him, his situation, his life. That would be the treatment would come from an area like that for him. Let's read what we've got anyway. We got the Queen of Passion here with the Queen of Wands. This queen, which is you, is thriving in company and is very passionate and very talkative and very dynamic. You lead by example. Through your work and beliefs, you inspire others to fulfill their potential. And in relationships, you speak from the heart. Communication is very vital to you. And you may find it frustrating dealing with people who are closed off from their emotions. And I want to throw the word in true. Closed off from their true emotions. And as the U card in the reading, Lashay, the Queen, is showing you, it is coming up to time where you're going to honor your special talents. The advice, follow your intuition to make the best decisions in relationships, work, and projects. Keywords are enthusiasm, leadership, creativity, intuition, relationship strength, and integrity. Lilith. Come on, Lilith, wake up. You think you're going to get through the whole night not being taken advantage of and used? Let's see here. Okay. All right. Still within the one card parameter of Lashay's one card reading here in her question. Should she invest in her ex and his problems? Should she be supportive and going out of her way to help her ex-husband look right off? She's saying no. Now, I'll give you this much, and I'll give him this much. You can help get him settled in with another psychotherapist. All right? to settle him in. If he wants real help, then he'll take it. I'm feeling he's going to put up a stink because he doesn't want anybody but you. Is that right, Lila? Yeah. Well, she's going, yep, that's right. She's saying yes. Oops. She's saying that is correct. That is correct. Will he get help from another psychotherapist? Will her ex-husband get help that he needs from another psychotherapist? She's saying he will. You're too close to him, and he needs to understand that if he's got any brains at all. You're way too close to him to help him objectively and for him to listen to you objectively, because he wouldn't. There would be arguments, and he'd be storming off and carrying on and being dramatic, and you don't need that. Neither does he. You have to think well for the both of you, and you have to push it. You need to put him where he needs to be. Where he needs to be is not with you. He's not going to get biased help. So, is he eventually going to leave Lashay to live her life? Is he going to finally, eventually here, leave Lashay to live her life the way she sees fit? And will he carry on with his own life? Will he get into a healthier state of mind? And will he start to truly respect Lashay for the person that she is and her life? She's saying yes to all these things, Lashay. You definitely, I mean, I didn't even have to pull Lilith. I knew what she was already going to do anyway. There you go. Yes, I'm glad you said that. Yeah, he won't though. See, because there'll be times, like if you were going to do this with him on the side, there's going to be times he's not going to like what you're saying to him. Usually the truth hits home, and he's going to act the way he used to act with you. What broke you up one of the things that broke you up in the first place, right? So you have to keep your distance. But he will. There'll be blow-ups, and he won't blow up with but with a therapist that has no personal connection to him. He won't be blowing up with them. So, and if he's sincere about getting help, then he should be grateful. He's not a child. He's a grown man. He should understand that it would be unethical. That you can't really help him, not in a professional way. It'd be like taking one of your own family and, a sibling or a cousin or something. You can't have that kind of a connection. It has to be, what's the word I'm looking for? There can't be any personal involvement at all. Oh my God, he's disillusioned, is what he is. He wants to go into this fantasy world where you and him are like this. But how long were you and him like this before you became like that? That's scary. He's trying to assert a connection between you again. And I mean, what's better than having a meal and you're sharing and breaking bread with somebody? You don't do that with total strangers. So he's trying to find new footing in your life, a new ground to stand on, new footing. Look, we're sharing a meal together. And he would take that as a sign of, we're getting back together. She cooked me a meal. Oh my God, we're going to get back together. He's very, that's scary. When someone's that's disillusional, that's scary. Oh my God. You have to put on a brave front, Lashay. Maybe it's not even, maybe this is the real front. That you have drawn the lines very deep and very wide between you and him, and you can't go back on that. You have to stick to your guns, and he's got to see that as well. He's going to need help with dealing with you. He'll be talking about you, your relationship, the whole 9 yards. So if you're going to try to set him up with someone, just know that he's going to be saying things to them about you, and sometimes in anger. So he may try to discredit you just as a human being, you know. Deception from the beginning. And that's what he's used to. And he's still walking in your house. He's still in your life. He's still talking to you. So you've given him some leeway. You share children together, so you can't stop. But really, that should be the only time you deal with each other is when it comes to the children. That should be the only time. He's picking them up, dropping them off, or you're going to pick them up, or you're dropping them. And that should be it. That should be the extent of your conversation is when it comes to the children. Outside of that, nothing else should be allowed. Nothing personal. Nothing at all. Did you really? I don't blame you. I would have said the same thing. But you think we're together? Or you think there's a chance we're going to get together? I don't blame you one little bit. I really don't. Oh my God. Lashay, never turn your back on him. Um, pacify him when you want to, when you need to. You're probably very good at that. You know the right things to say and the right things to do, when to respond, what to respond with. In a way, you're going to be doing your own psychoanalyzing without him knowing it. Okay? So, of course, he's trying to, yes, he's trying to make you need him again. He wants to be indisposable to you. He wants you to call on him, to need him, to ask favors, to ask for help. This kind of a thing. Oh my God, you've got your hands full. You have got your hands full. Try to not be telling him your schedule. Try to not go there with him. Keep your work and him and keep it separate. None of his business. Because then it gives him an opening to throw his help and services your way if he knows what's going on with you. You may have to be a little cold around the edges with him and say, my job. If he asks, when are you working again? Say, it's got nothing to do with any of this, whether I'm working, when I'm not working, and change the subject very quickly. Go into something else. Don't give him so much as an inch of room that he can wiggle his way through, because he's going to try. He's trying to win you over. Right. He needs it. But his end goal is he wants to be told that he's going to be getting you back, that there's a good chance. He's not going to hear any of those things. There's no therapist that's going to tell him that. What they're going to try to do is to tell him how to handle his present, where he's at now. Reality. He's not with his wife anymore. He's with another woman. That's where he has to concentrate and put his... Because the therapist, whenever he goes back to you all the time, the therapist will keep pulling him back again over and over. He'll probably get mad and walk out, I'm sure. Exactly. Exactly. In his head, you are still a huge part of his life. And he does things like this to ensure that you remain a huge part of his life. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. Good heavens, eh? Oh, I feel this fatigue thinking about it, and oh my God almighty. You know, it's the principle. Yeah, yeah. Boys, you're in quite a quandary, as they would say, for sure. I'm tired for you. I really am. I'm feeling fatigued for you. Oh my God. Of course you do. He's just going to keep attempting over and over and over again. I don't know if he's ever going to get it. There's the thing. Is he ever going to get it that you're not being reconnected? Oh my God. Oh my God. Every day. And I suppose even when he's not there, his presence hangs over you because he's hanging over your life. You almost need to meet a man that's bigger than him, tougher than him, that would intimidate him. I wish you would. That might do it. That just might do it. That might work. But even that would be very stressful to get through. Extremely stressful. Yeah, I know. I believe him. Unless another woman comes into his life and he gets completely smitten with her, he'd forget about you real quick. He'd forget about you very quickly. All you can do is maybe talk to the universe, ask the universe to bring him a hottie, you know what I mean? He needs to fall in love with somebody else. He thinks he's in love with you. What he loved was the idea of the two of you together and your life together. That's what he's in love with, the security, the stability. You're his mom, and it's just everything fitting together, perfect puzzle. Everything. That's what he sees. That's what he wants. That's what he's focused on. He don't give a shit what you want. It's like, hold your negativity back. Don't talk to me that way, and I'm moving back in. I'm going to be your husband again. I'm going to be a father to my children, blah, 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 blah. He's not listening to you at all. And if he does, he just blows it off. Yeah, you're not feeling his pushiness. So then he's not the right one. He's not the right one. You go out with any man, and after so many dates, you start opening up, right, about your life. And eventually a man will ask, well, what's your relationship like with your ex? Do you guys talk? You got kids together, so how does that work? And you got to watch what you say. Yes. Soulmates is a two-way street. It takes two people to become soulmates. And it's apparent that your ex is one person alone. Okay. He's trying to put hope in the kids, too. He wants the kids on his side. He's planting seeds when he does stuff like that. He's planting seeds. It hopefully puts, he sees it as putting hope in with the kids, and that the kids can maybe work on you. He makes sure that they're aware. That is just rude. You're right, Mary Jane. I agree. Oh, the new guy did that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Maybe he just doesn't know how to go about having a relationship with your children. Could that be it? He thinks he's being a nice guy, including your son. How long have you and your ex been separated or not living together? Lashay, how long has it been? Okay. And especially not knowing somebody well. You've only known him 30 days, it's been a month. What do you know about him? You know, anybody that showed too much interest in my kids, my suspicions would go up. Mentally for years. God. Yeah, you don't involve the kids with stuff like that unless you feel there's a chance it could go somewhere. Your ex, though, is not dealing with reality, or the reality that he knows is the reality. What he knows is he doesn't want to accept it. I'm not gonna accept that. I'm not gonna put up with that. Pushes it off to the side. Somebody could say, well, Lashay, she's standing on her own 2 feet on her own grounds, and she doesn't have to do anything she doesn't want to. If she doesn't want to be back with you, she's not going to be. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. He doesn't care what you think. Oh my God. Well, see, you're having feelings like that. Maybe it's time for you to do something like that. You shouldn't be feeling that way. And if you are, well, That speaks for itself. It does. It just speaks for itself. To have gone through everything you've gone through with him, where's the initiative for you to want him back? Where? There is none. There's no initiative there. There's no want to. There's, if you're feeling a little screwy about the new guy, you shouldn't be thinking and feeling that way. It's time for you to cool things off. Just cool things off and back up a bit. Yeah. It's almost like Lashay, like you're being disrespected in a way. You're being dismissed. Your presence, your thoughts, your wants are not being respected. And the new guy, you don't owe him anything. You don't owe him just common courtesy. Say, I need to back off for a bit. I need to take some time for myself and the kids. Oh my God. Geez, you've got aggressive men in your life. Very aggressive men in your life. Men that aren't afraid to go after what they want. He wants to see you. He shouldn't be bothering you when you're at work. It's just that simple. Oh my God, are you going to meet somebody that's really grounded and solid? Oh my God. That's too much. You know, hello, BB. If you left everything up to the men, you'd be half turned inside out. That's what they would do to you. Yes. Wow. You might just have to turn into a bitch for a while, Lashay. It will give you a reputation for being one, but sometimes women have to do that. You got to be a hard ass in order to get people to hear what the hell you're saying and to understand where you're coming from. Most of all, to have respect for what you're feeling, what you're hearing, what you're saying. Somebody at work bothering you at work. No. All you need is a repeat of your ex. You don't need that. Then you do that, Lashay. It's your life. You be solo for a while. You've been one lately. Not enough, though. Not enough. They're still at it, so maybe for you, you've hit the bitch wall, but maybe for them, they're too stupid to see that you did. One of my exes, well, the ex to my father of my children, he said to me once, because I was being very straightforward and shooting straight from the hip, all matter of fact about things. He said, "You're the first female prick I have ever met." And I laughed because I thought that was, I'm a female prick, am I? Okay. For being honest and direct. Not wasting time with bullshit. So be it. I guess I'm a female prick. Yes, B-Love. 86. You can put your question right out here, my dear. Oh, I see your question. Hold on, I see it. You left it here. Let me see. Okay, so B's question. My question is, my boyfriend has become grumpy lately and acts tight about money. We're going to buy a new home. He decided against it and blamed me. I want to know what's going on in his head as far as me and money, and also about marrying me. Okay. Okay. Be love. Here we go. What's going on with Be love and her other half? The love of her life. He's becoming moody and grumpy, and he's becoming tight with he's overwhelmed with the responsibility of it all. That's what's going on. He sees this as your dream and only your dream, and him trying to fill it. That's what he's seeing. That's what he's experiencing. That this is all your dream. Buying your own home is your dream, and he's trying to live up to it. And he's feeling the financial pinch, or he's envisioning a big, long financial pinch. And he's feeling resentful. Why do we need this? Why do we need to have a big home, a new home? Why do we have to do this at all? Why do you need this right now? But you're planning your future together. He's got cold feet. He's getting cold feet, I would say. Okay, B. What is wrong with B's other half? What is wrong with him? Grouchy, bitching, complaining, blaming her for the stress that he's feeling. What's going on? And he's a lot older than you. You got a good card. 6 of Wands. It's all about success. It's a very good card. He's older than you. Maybe he's not wanting to, he's not giving you his true feelings, his true thoughts. Is he normally the agreeable type? Is that what it is? Okay. So, yeah, there's no need of him to be blaming you for your stress. You're there too. Obviously, you both wanted the house. You wanted to buy a house. Obviously. The 6 of Wands wants you to be resilient, okay? Hard work and resilience is what's going to get you through here, and you will meet with success. Other people appreciate who you are, your shining light. There's a slight chance, whatever it is that you do, that you could receive special acknowledgement for something that you've done work-wise. And you could be attending a presentation, a gathering, a celebration of some kind. And somebody may step forward and give you a financial reward to help you celebrate as well. But another meaning in this card is an offer of love that could lead to a proposal of marriage. But one thing with this card be, it's your time to shine. You don't hold back for any way, shape, form, or reason. You're going to meet with success here. Don't hold back. Continue to be yourself. Continue to say what you need to say. He's having feelings of insecurity. You do own a business. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Hi, Aqua Butterfly. Welcome back. You deserve any success that's going to come your way. Keywords here are victory and education, awards, love proposals, promotion, strength, and ceremony. I'm feeling a pull towards the mermaid oracles. Hold on here. I'm going to see if there's any messages in here for you as well. He's feeling insecure. Other people, his friends and stuff, could be saying, "What are you buying a house now for? What are you buying a house?" You realize you're going to be tied to this commitment with a mortgage for the next how many years? People could be, other guys putting stuff in his head, right? Giving him stuff to think about. And he's a grown-ass man. Nobody can make a grown-ass man or woman do something they really, really don't want to do. Thing is, if marriage is very, very important to you, he has to know that. Because you could be very nonchalant and say, fine, we won't make any plans to get married. We won't talk about it. We won't make any plans from here on out to buy our home together. We'll just live through each day. Problem is, he could lose you very easily that way. If you're not being fed what you need to be fed in your daily life, it's going to make things really rocky, especially for him. Then he just stopped, yeah. He's thinking too much, that's what I think. And like I say, I think he may have a friend or two putting ideas in his head. What the hell are you doing that for, man? What are you going to tie yourself down like that for? Why do you guys have to have a big home? The expense and what could happen, blah, blah, blah. And they're bringing all the possibilities. But, you can't. Why let somebody else change the way you think and feel? What have we got? Oh, fertility, potential, powerful, creative energy, initiation energy. Here's the card right there. It's card number 8 is the number on the card. Fertility also means growth as well. Oh my God, will you open the hell? Jeez. One moment. 5, 9, there's 8. Okay. Hi, sweetheart. What you doing, baby? Okay, here we go. This is a time for the conception and growth of a new project. Okay. A time to get ready, a time to prepare. May literally mean that it's time to conceive and grow a new life in the world. Taking herbal supplements and changing diet and lifestyle so that new projects have the healthiest possible beginnings. Initiating projects in the spirit of goodwill with positivity and enrichment. Initiating projects in the spirit of goodwill with positivity and enrichment. That's what it should be doing for your life. That's how you should be feeling. No longer being neglectful of self, bliss, saturation, abundance. You're in a place of great potential. It is essential for you to ride the energy and deepen your roots and sow your seeds at this moment. Do not let this fertile time come to nothing. Sow the seeds of ideas, of dreams, and action them out into the world and into reality. The mermaids know you are the right one to bring this idea or this project through. You've been gifted a time of great potential, the perfect conditions. You must do your very best to ensure success. The seed is in your hand. Let it fall to the ripe, good earth and let your soul grow what it was born to create. That's a really nice card. You want up, sweetheart? Let me get on the edge. Give you some room. Come on up, baby. Come on, sweetie. Up you go. That's a good boy. Well, that's an interesting card. Both of these cards are pointing for things going your way. Things are going your way. Your wishes are being granted. What you yearn for is coming forth. And this shows you as the one that's leading the pack, you might say. You can win him over again to where you were in the beginning. It's just going to take some doing for you. But I do. These two cards are very good, where it shows you getting what it is that you wanted, what you've desired, and things going your way. Things going your way. You're going to need to use your intuition on this very strongly. Not let yourself be misled in any way. But I'm telling you right now, both these cards are indicating don't be afraid to put forth what it is that you're desiring. If he was excited about it before, he can be excited again. I mean, if he never wants to own his own home, if he's taken that much off track, I'm sorry to say, if you're on opposite sides here, that's not going to work. You have to try to win him back to where he was before somebody else got a hold of him and put these crazy ideas in his head. You know, what do you want to strap yourself down to something like that for? You know, you become a slave to owning a house, and well, you can go on and on and on and on about it, for sure. So, you can have everything that you want. That's what I'm seeing in these cards, and you're going to have to try to, when it comes to him, he needs a motivation of excitement. He's thinking the worst case scenario. Oh, we're going to end up buying something to get in over our heads that we can't really afford, and we're going to struggle for the next 15, 25 years to pay for this, you know, the whole bit. That is true. It's all true, but it's all in everyone's personal perspective, how you look at it. I mean, nobody's going to sign into something that's going to make them feel pressure, stressed, and miserable for the next God knows how long, however long your mortgage would be. Nobody's going to do it that's not the way it's done, you know. It shows commitment, it shows dedication, it shows a lot of commitment. It really does. You've got to get him excited about it. You've got to ease him back a little bit. What are you getting why are you so stressed? Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind. What are you afraid of? Talk to me. Let's talk about this and see where we can go with it. You know? Having your own home is a big commitment. Come on up, babe. Stay up if you're going to get up. Come on. Come on. Now you stay up. Okay? You stay up. I love you, my boy. It's somebody's giving him cold feet. You know. Oh my goodness sakes. Bear bum. What are you doing, baby? You can't climb up because mommy's doing stuff right now. Mommy's doing stuff right now. I see your future too. I see a treat and a bedtime. That's what I see for you. You want one of your chewies? You want a Denny stick? You want a chewy stick? Come on, let's get a chewy stick. I'm just going to step away for a second, get him his treat. Oh my goodness sakes. Oh, a good boy. What a good little boy. There you go, sweetie. There you go. Take it. There you go. You get it. That's a good boy. That'll keep you busy for a little bit. Mommy be done soon. Mommy be done soon. Here's a couple biscuits. There you go, baby. Ah. Yeah, intuition's going to be, you got to play everything by ear with him. You may plan to have a talk with him about certain things, but when you're in the moment, you've got to listen to your intuition, let it guide you, so that you don't make it worse, you don't scare him even more. Having your own home as well gives you big purpose, big responsibility, but it gives you great purpose, and it's all forward movement purpose because it's bringing you into something even better. That's just the way it goes, you know. So, what was I just going to check on something? I can't remember what it was. I was just going to check on something. My goodness. But the thing, see, the thing that gives me hope for you is because he was just that you were both very excited at the prospect of buying a home together. And suddenly that changed. He's getting rubbed the wrong way. He's feeling irritated. He needs to man up, and whoever's putting ideas in his head should be, he's got to tell them straight out. Piss off, man. Piss off. I'm going to do what I want to do. We were really excited about this. Now, all of a sudden, you're not. You know, what are you going to do, right? So, what are you doing, sweetheart? Don't be messing around with my wires, okay? Don't touch my stuff. Those are Mama's wires. Don't you touch them. Oh, he's trying to bury his Denny stick. His treat stick. I don't know. There's always a cost of some kind. A price to pay, you might say, for getting into a relationship, making lifelong commitments. Even in the best of situations, there's sacrifice. So, and now suddenly he tries to push away his part in it. This is all your idea. This is what you want. He forgets that he was right there beside you in the beginning, wanting the same things. I would bluntly ask him, why did you go from being excited as I was, looking forward to it, having fun with it, to being grumpy about it and being resentful about it? What made you go that way? Who you been talking to? Who's been talking to you? Maybe it's his family, maybe it's his mother, maybe it's his father, you know. Yeah, it has to be somebody, you know, that's played on his mind. They've been playing on him, trying to talk him out of this big commitment. If he's a grown man, he can make his own commitments. By caving into somebody else's ideas and thoughts doesn't show strength, you know. Oh, hell, you can work around that, B. There's ways to work around that. So when a woman's husband dies, everything's paid for, too. There's that side of it. So you have to invest a little bit. You got to make some choices and stuff. But yes, same with a lot of men. Their wives die and house is paid for. Everything's paid for, you know, years from now, though. Yes. You tell him as far as your end of it goes, that's your choice, not his. What's he worried about? He won't be here to worry if he leaves before you do, you know. It's serious stuff, but it's part of life, you know. Um, and some people absolutely cannot rent for the rest of their life. They're waiting for the day they own their own home. The only thing they have to answer to is the bank, right? Unless you win a jackpot lottery and you can buy a house outright, property, the whole bit, pay cash. Wouldn't that be lovely? That would be so lovely to be able to do that, you know? Really nice. And you can wish for that. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. He's creating fear where there is none. He's creating what ifs. Oh my God. What ifs? That's an endless road. It's a road into infinity with the what ifs. You can go on forever. He can come up with, you know, one thing after another. But you say he was just as excited as you in the beginning of it all. You know, you can't cause somebody to feel excitement. They'll feel it or they won't on their own. But you can certainly beat somebody down with negative connotations, negative thoughts, and someone trying to pass the negativity off as something good. You know, that's just not so. Right. Okay. Okay. Hi, Sharon. So he's probably got somebody saying to him, well, why isn't your house good enough for her? That's probably what they're saying. Why do you guys need something bigger? And you're saying we need the space. We need the space. And there's no better teacher than experience. How you doing, Sharon? Yeah. Boys, a lot of people stressed out here tonight. Except for Mary Jane. Mary Jane's usually not the stressed out type at all. But I mean, if you both agree that you know the house is it's just too small. Oh, Lashay, you should be. I'm stressed for you, Lashay. You're just tired. I don't know, Lashay. Maybe I'm feeling the stress for you, my dear. You shouldn't have to be going through any of the stuff you're going through. You really shouldn't. Only the good. You were on the same page before, B. You can be on the same page again with him. Good for you, Lashay. That's what I've always been like, too. My kids come first. Hello, Joni Heisenberg. How you doing? How you doing tonight? Kids always come first. Always, always, always. No matter how old they are, they come first. You guys just seem to have some very heavy questions today, this evening. Good for you, Joni. Good for you. But these are serious things you guys are talking about tonight. It's really serious stuff. I mean, all questions are serious, but tonight they're a little on the heavy side. I think we have to live more in the moment than we do. If we live more in the moment, I think we're happier that way. Instead of like B's mate, he's thinking ahead and he's getting himself all stressed out. So are my kids. I've got boys, 3 boys. They're all in their early 30s. I'm not because they wouldn't tolerate, I'm not a helicopter parent, but I'm here 24/7 for them anytime, and they know that. They know that. I stand back and let them live their lives. I don't interfere. And they try not to stress me out too, so. There you go, Sharon. Good idea, eh? You get the life insurance to cover the mortgage if he passes. Yeah. Yes, young woman. You do very well, Lashay, keeping your family tight and together. You do very, very well for yourself. It's nice. Yes, yes, that's very true, Joni. Yeah. Well, it's stressful buying property, but you've gotta. There's so many things that come into play. Um, oh my gosh. Well, like Sharon mentioned, insurance, thinking ahead. There, it's okay to think ahead. You're trying to keep on top of things. But you've got to also realize and envision that once the sale's completed and you're living there and moved in on a month-to-month basis, the stress isn't going to be what it is when you're thinking about it. It should be lighter for you. And going in self-assured that you can handle this. You can both handle it. I mean, nobody throws themselves into a stressful situation just because they want stress. They don't want stress, you know. I would imagine, excuse me, I would imagine when you go to get that kind of insurance, it's going to cost a little bit more. So, but anything, really, your security in your life, can you put a price on that? Not really. You know, it is what it is. There's ways of getting, he's just getting so overwhelmed. Somebody needs to be quiet. That's what they need to do. Well, he's kind of already addressing that, basically, you know. So he's getting stressed out about that, you know, being able to afford or not afford, or no, you don't want to fight over bills. Oh, are you really, Lashay? Oh my God. I don't know. You got to get him to envision what the future's going to be like. You stay where you're at, or move into something bigger and better. You know, you got to get him back into that space again where you're sharing this. It's not one sided. If you can take another vacation, Lashay, what the hell? Take it. You know, go ahead, take it. Take it. Boys, I tell you, experience is a great teacher. The greatest teacher of all is experience. But you're right, B. You don't want to fight with him about bills and stuff that don't even exist yet. You know, fighting over things that haven't happened yet. It's the possibilities. It's the what ifs. Right. But you said you give too. You help all the time. So, you know, if I felt the walls were closing in on me, Lashay, because that's how I would feel if I were you, I'd blow the pop stand quite often. I'd go on a lot of little vacations just to clear yourself. So, there's an age difference between B and her mate as well. Where B's younger than he is, she still has a right to some things in her life that she's not experienced yet. I would think B, if he is in a high bracket financially for his income, he's probably got insurance, life insurance through his job. Oh, it's not hard for me to do at all, Lashay. Honestly, I've just been doing it for so long, I don't think about it. It's just second nature. When I hit the X and I close everything down and I put the cards away, I pack everything, I'm doing it mindlessly. I usually have new things on my mind that I have to do or get through, things I have to get done, or I'm just tired and I go to bed. I do what I want, kind of thing. Before the storm hit on Tuesday evening, I'd gone through the house, did housework. I did all my laundry, made sure the dishes were all done, water drawn up, this kind of a thing. And I got a bunch of paper plates here, package of them. So we've been using them still. I said, just use them for a while. It gives me a bit of a break, but I still got cups and forks and knives and things like this that I didn't do them tonight. I may do them when this is done. I may not do them till the morning. I hate waking up in the morning and seeing a sink full of dishes. I don't like that. But anyway, a lot of times with the really good nights, I put up thanks to the universe for being there for me and for spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for playing such a prominent role in the readings, and they do. No, I don't meditate. I don't need to do that. So he's retired, is he B? Okay. Yeah. I don't feel I don't think I ever have. Oh yes, there was once. There was one woman that came into the live readings. I never forget her. And I wonder to this day where she is, if she's anywhere at all. And she came in, her name was Dawn Sabato. I think it was something like that. Jennifer was here, she remembers her. And she had asked if this certain person loved her, were they going to be together, and all those kinds of questions. And it was really clear from tarot, no. No to everything. No, no, no. And then she left. I can't remember what took place exactly, but she left. And I kept asking her if she was all right. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you all right? I just had the weirdest feeling, like she was just going to give up on life altogether. And I never forgot about her. Her I had to wind down from because of what I was picking up outside of her card reading. What I was picking up off of her was not good. It was not healthy whatsoever. But I told her, with tarot, this is how things stand at the moment that you're asking the questions. Now, things can change. Situations can change. Relationships can change. A lot of things can change. So we always have to be open to possibilities of change. Unless I say something like, this is going to come through no matter what, this is going to happen. Something along those lines. And when I get that, I put it out there. I say, this is going to happen. When I feel it strongly and it comes over me. It's not too often you hear me say that. But there are times I tell people, you can take this to the bank kind of a thing. This is going to happen no matter what. Some things are just made to be that way. Sharon, that was my biggest fear. And she's probably the only one that still clung to me when the reading was over, the computer was off, the cards, everything was put away. And I never forgot her. She still clings, and I wonder what happened to her. You could feel the intensity of her and what she was feeling. It was really strong. And I wondered the same thing. I was like, I think I said to Jennifer, I hope she doesn't try to off herself over somebody else. So, but boys, it was strong. I can tell you that. It was really strong. I've not seen her back. Never. Never seen her or heard from her after that. It's kind of scary. All you can do in a case like that is you ask the universe to intervene, to keep a watchful eye, to touch them within, to give them a surge of hope for the future. But that was the only time that's, since doing live readings and stuff, that's the time. It's, yeah. No, they're not. No person is worth that. The only people I'd ever give my life up for are my children. It wouldn't be for anybody or anything else. She just seems so... She was so far down, she had to touch up to reach bottom, you might say. That kind of a thing. It was very alarming. Very, very alarming. But I felt that, and that's when I had said to her that, tarot may be tarot, but tarot, like daily life, changes too. And when tarot and spirit come forth and answer questions, they're answering it at the here and the now, Yep, exactly. Exactly. I tell my sons all the time, you may be getting older than that, but I'd still take the hit off a Mack truck for you and push you out of the way. We both can't go, only one. You're the one's going to get pushed out of the way. I'll take the hit. That's how I feel. They all know that. All three of them, they know that. I'm a little crazy when it comes to them. So, it's the only thing in life that's valuable to me are my children, like truly, truly valuable, priceless, I would do anything for them. You know, there's no greater gift in the world, I don't think. Some people choose to not have children. I'm okay with that. I don't judge people because they've made the choice. I don't want children. Fine for you, you know, that's good. But for those of us, I didn't have my first child till I was 24, and I thought I had it all going on. I thought my life was good, and things I had in my life were important to me. And then I had my first baby. And all the things that were priority to me before were meaningless once the baby came. The baby became 150% of my focus was the baby. Everything was for the baby. All that other stuff that I was going to live or die for meant nothing. I thought I had a full, busy life and it was important until I had my baby. And all that stuff was pushed to the wayside, didn't matter anymore. And you get people like Catherine Vincent that was here earlier. And I'm pretty sure she doesn't have any children, but she's making children her future, her life. She's going to have her full teacher's degree in about a year, and she's thinking on going to a place called Nunavut. 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 And it's all indigenous Eskimo community, and she wants to go there to work with the indigenous children, and they would need the help. They would. Oh, oh, Sharon, that's awful. That is terrible. Um, I miscarried my first, and I remember it very well, but I didn't know I was miscarrying. I had no idea. And that happened in my early 20s, real early 20s, 21, 22. I didn't have a doctor actually tell me until I was in my 30s when through an exam, and they wanted to know, when did you lose your baby? I said, what baby? And they said, you have classic textbook signs that you miscarried. He said, I'm touching it right now. I'm looking right at it. He said, and it was overwhelming. And to this day, I wonder, horrible. I don't even want to talk about what the experience was like. So, but yeah, he would have been 29. Oh my goodness sakes. Isn't that sad? And you can never get a satisfying answer when asking the universe why. Why? Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant. Jeez. My goodness sakes. Those are things we never have answers for. Why did it happen in the first place? You hear of other women like that too. Um, Carrying a baby, delivering a child that's already deceased, and things like that. That's a nightmare. That's just a flippin' nightmare. Horrible. I've never had a DNC done. Oh, I didn't really. I just thought, well, I thought I was pregnant. And then it was like, I hadn't gone to the doctor yet. I was waiting. I said, I want to wait another couple weeks and I'll go to the doctor, have the doctor confirm. And I never made it. So, uh, oh my goodness sakes. Isn't that something? So in your head, you're thinking she's meant to be. She's not supposed to be here, but here she is. She's meant to be. And then something terrible like that happens, and you're going, why? For heaven's sakes, why? No, it's so sad. Yeah. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh my God. Was he in your tube, Sharon? And they call ectopic pregnancy. I bet she does, Lashay. I bet she does. Wow. That's hard stuff to handle. You know, men don't handle things like this as well. Women can take a lot and still survive. Where men, stuff like that can break them. Gosh. Okay. Oh boy. Oh my God, Sharon and Lashay. Oh my God. I don't know how you can handle that. You know, that's a lot of loss for one person. Oh, really? Lashay, that's interesting. Jeez. 2012 wasn't that long ago either. I'm sure that still feels very fresh for both of you, I would imagine. You know, I can imagine they were. There'll always be a sore spot. Both of you, my goodness. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Jesus, Sharon. Oh, my God, Lashay. You guys have been through hell. You guys have faced hell. The both of you. This is horrible. How horrible. Well, what did your mother-in-law expect you to do? You had no choice. That's horrible. Both of you. Yeah, your mom. Still such a sad thing that you lost your mom. What you would have done without your mom, it would have been, oh, you thought it was hard. You're very lucky you had your mom. I'm glad you had a good mom. Isn't that something? You've got wonderful memories of her. That's really incredible. Goes to show how strong you both are. With the loss and the pain that you've suffered, and you're still here to talk about it. Oh my God, Sharon. Oh, I bet you do, Lashay. Anytime it comes down, any doctor that comes down, they've got a patient, female patient, that's pregnant, and is she suffering with questionable full-term pregnancy. If if she carries through, it's going to cost her her life. There's no doctor that will let you carry it through. They choose your life over the baby's. That's just the way it is. It's a good thing, though, Lashay, if you feel her presence. It's a wonderful thing. And who wouldn't expect you to cry, Lashay? I mean, you just lost her. It's so fresh. God, you guys. Get out. Oh my God. Yes, it'll be your first Christmas too, Lashay. Gee, Sharon, you did holy lifting. I'd be wondering if I was cursed, if I was you, honestly. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. You got so many firsts to go through, Lashay, where your mom just died. You know, that first year is. But you feel her with you. So, in some ways, she's closer to you than she ever was before. Hi, Maitre. Before you say goodnight, say hello, and then I say goodnight. And her birthday's in January. Oh my God. See, you shouldn't have to put up with the stuff you've got enough on your plate as it is. Why can't your ex see that? He's not doing you any favors. He's adding to everything, making every day harder to get through. Of course she does. Of course she knows. She'll always be with you. She'll be a part of the essence of who you are. Big time self-absorbed. I wouldn't want to be with anybody that's that self-absorbed. I mean, he seemed to really start kicking in more trouble after your mother passed away. I know he'd been a problem, but, you know. Oh my goodness. Gosh, you guys have been through some real severe trials. Yeah, so they say. But couldn't you do without that kind of strength? You know? God. Yeah, he really threw his weight at you, his presence at you after your mother died. Right on top of you. He was right on top of you. Demanding and all kinds of stuff. You guys have known the worst of pain, the worst of human pain. You're both very strong women. You're strong people. Amazingly strong. That's not love. That means you never got over it and you never will, Sharon. That's what I think. It's always going to be a part of you. You'll always have tears to shed. Always. I believe that. And your tears are what give you strength, I believe, as well. It's when you don't cry, when you grow dry, that's not always a good thing. Yes, Lashay. You've both been through what most people don't go through. You've been through more than the average person. Both of you. You learn to live with it, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. It's like that for grief in a lot of ways with different people that you lose. You never get over the pain. You just learn to live with it. It's like me with my miscarriage. I still wonder to this day. I think it was going to be a boy. I do believe that. Yes. You're opening up a door and showing the light of hope. All they have to do is walk through it. You've shown them the way, and now they have to do the rest on their own and walk through and grasp the hope. Hope is what carries people through. It's a blessing. You're doing something very much worthwhile, Lashay, that's needed in the world. And you're going through your own grief period now that's still fresh, and yet you're still there for other people. That's amazing. Yes, I can see that too, Sharon. Yeah. Not much to distract you when you're cloistered up somewheres, right? Oh my God, it's 1:17 a.m. Where did the evening go? Well, I know I spent almost an hour trying to get connected. I wish I could freeze the connection so I don't lose it again. Oh my goodness. The sea is very, very healing. You're right. Those people would come to depend on you too. They need you, Lashay. I'm the same way. When I go down to the beach and I sit on my log, I could just sit there. Sometimes just sit in the sand. I could just be there forever because everything feels right when you're there next to the water like that on the beach. It just feels right. It feels peaceful. You're lucky that you have a passion and you have a purpose too, Lashay. A lot of people don't. Yeah. They would trust you implicitly as well, Lashay, with everything you say and do because they know you're grieving as well. And like Sharon said, being shuttered up and close to the whole bit, it's hard to have purpose when you're under what she's under, you know? So, oh, that's nice. It's nice that you guys have a way to find peace and settlement within all that. Very much so, when you consider the human body and how much of it's made up of water. So I know that the Bay of Fundy for me has saved my sanity so many times. So many times. In the Bay of Fundy here, even with winter coming, it doesn't freeze. We still get big surfs all year round. Same here. Same here. Yeah. It's not the first place we've lived on the water. Lived in a couple places and they all were on the water. And in the city of St. John, which is a half an hour from here, where I basically grew up, it's surrounded by the Bay of Fundy as well. Oh, that's nice, Sharon. You're a tree hugger, Lashay. Yes. And nature's so healing. I go around my yard sometimes and I'll touch the odd tree and say, thank you for being here. Thank you for everything you provide. And I love my beach, whether the tide's in or the tide's out. I love it either way. I've got almost 1:30 in the morning and just wonder why I'm starting to feel it now. There you go. Yeah. My little dog's my saving grace. He's the only reason most days why I even get up anymore. Because I feel guilty if I don't. He's being a good boy right now. He's asleep on his blanket under this chair. I'm going to have to fix his blanket. I'm probably going to change his blanket is what I'm going to do. There's so many times I don't want to get out of bed. I just don't want to get up. It's not that I'm tired. I just don't want to get up. Been like that for a month now, and I don't know why. I don't know. If I even get up to go to the bathroom, which I do half a dozen times through the night, he gets excited every time I get up. He thinks, oh, Mommy's getting up. She's staying up. No, she's not. 12:30 where you're at, it's 1:30 here almost. So I think I'm going to have to call it a night. I still have to have my medicine, my needle, and a little something to eat before going to bed. I have to. And hopefully get a good night's sleep. I'm glad I got connected tonight. It wasn't an overwhelming busy night, but it was a good night. And all this stuff coming out here was needed, I think, for both of you. Both of you have a lot of similarities between you, your losses of your children and whatnot. Wow. It could be. I don't know what it is. I just want it to pass. I want it to go away. Whatever it is, it's not good. It's not healthy. Oh, much love to you too, Lashay. Much, much, much love to both of you. You're both such strong people. No, thank you for everything. I feel like punching your ex in the nose, if that helps. Just to make him leave you alone. But he's disillusioned. My goodness. For men to think, some men do, they think it all revolves around them. It's not good. I have already asked the universe for you, Lashay, for him to back off and leave you alone. I've already asked. I just want to feel life again. I don't feel it. I don't know. The only time I feel right is when I'm reading. Everything feels okay in the world of reading, you know? So you wouldn't have wanted to see my mood before. And then when I had to almost an hour trying to get connected, I was just inside my head. I wanted to explode, you know? Yeah, that's right. You're right. Yeah. Spare us, Sharon. Oh my gosh. Oh, when I hear these stories, I'm glad that I'm single and alone. I don't want to ever go through these things ever again. I've asked the universe, let me live another 20 years. And I hope I'd love to have the perfect man, but there's no perfect man out there. Men need to control, they need to dominate and be domineering, and there's no way in hell I can live like that again. Absolutely not. I'm happier alone. I really am. I just wish, of all things, I wish I had a vehicle so I could get out and around, take my little dog with me. We could go out places and do things. I'm stuck here, you know. As a friend of mine said, geez, you're in a real hard place to be stuck at. I wish I could get stuck here, you know. But you need to recharge. You need to freshen up. You need to get inspired. The only way to get inspired is when you expose yourself to different things. That's the way it's always worked for me. I just, with men and women, I don't like the way people treat each other. I really don't like the way people treat each other. And I'll be damned if I'm going to sit back and somebody's going to treat me in a bad way, or I'm going to get resentful and treat them in a bad way. I don't want any of that anymore. No more. No more, no more. So, cheaper than a car, but still very expensive. I've looked at them. They want $6,000, $7,000 for a scooter. So, and they're no good in the wintertime. No good in the rain. They're only a summertime thing. So, but Well, maybe someday it'll happen. It'll come to me, you know. Maybe. We'll see. I just like to be able to go to the store by myself when I need to go to the store. It's 5 miles away. So I have to get another lady that lives out this way. And I call her my driver, you know, and I give her gas money to shoot me up to the store and bring me right back, kind of a thing. So, no, me neither, Sharon. I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be alone. But anyways, I gotta get going. I gotta take my needle. I should have taken it like an hour and a half ago, and I didn't. I almost hate to end this conversation, but I want to wish you all better tomorrows yet to come. Ask the universe to take that weight off for a little while so you guys can breathe. You can relax, be optimistic and hopeful. No, don't have anything out here. And anything out here. I wouldn't put my dog on a motorbike. I remember I got my little dog and he doesn't stay home ever. He goes everywhere with me. So motorbikes and things like that don't really, you know. And I'm out, I'm 30-minute drive, and that's highway drive in 30 minutes at 110, 120. It's still half an hour away. And we don't have taxi out here. We don't have buses out here. We don't have anything. No mode of transportations for the public at all. I hope so. I'm going to be going to bed very, very soon. My butt's hurting from sitting here because I don't have any padding. It's the only place I got no... If I could take all the fat off my stomach and stick it on my butt, that's what I would do. So, thank you very much, Sharon. Same to you. Sweetest of dreams tonight. No nightmares, please. Have a good night, and maybe you'll have a beautiful dream. Same for you, Lashay. Same thing. Best of the best for people that have more than paid their dues in life and have felt the beauty and the grace of life, and you have felt the other side of that, the opposite, the loss, the pain. So many words. We won't go there. Thanks, Sharon. Good night, Lashay. Much love to you both and everybody else as well. We've got 12 in here, but only 2 talking most of the night. That's okay. That's okay, you know. Yeah, so good night, Matri. Have a good one. Good night, everybody. Much love to you all. Please keep your peace in. I don't have to tell that to Sharon and Lashay because they spread their love out among the world and they know who needs it. It's a good thing. Always take care of you first. Everything else will fall into place after that. The one thing you can control is what's going on inside of you, and you hope and pray that everybody acts accordingly. I just want to see the pressure, especially Lashay going through what you're going through. I want to see the pressure lifted. You take that vacation, whatever you do. I'll try to come back tomorrow and rest at the thought of trying to get connected. But we'll see about tomorrow when tomorrow comes. Tomorrow's Friday, maybe. So thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Lashay, my moderator, you are the queen of the night. Thank you so, so much for being here. And Sharon, best of luck to you. May you know peace. May your pain be eased, both of you. Good Lord, you've been through a lot. Keep the peace in and share that love and that light out for everybody around you. Let the universe take care of those that need taken care of, no matter what form that comes in, if you know what I mean. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to hit the little X now and get myself ready for bed. Thank you for being here again. Much love to everybody. Bye-bye.